Hello again. Thank you for joining me. If you recall, in day 5, we talked about closing expenses versus closing costs. And at the time I mentioned that we would discuss the details that go into closing costs on another day. Well, today is that day. So, generally speaking, closing costs can be lumped into 3 different categories: lender fees, title fees, and state fees. Let's go into lender fees first. Lender fees are fees that go directly to the lender and fees that are passed from the lender, from a third party, on to you. Let's look at those first. You're going to have to get an appraisal on the property. That is a pass-through fee. So what the lender is going to order the appraisal, and then they're going to charge you for that appraisal. Appraisals can cost anywhere from as little as $500 up to as much as $1,500. Typically, if you're getting a conventional or FHA loan, most of the time that appraisal cost is going to be somewhere between $500 to $600. By the way, let's make sure we're clear. Most companies today will charge you up front for that appraisal. So even though it's a part of the cost that go to closing, you'll pay for the appraisal up front. VA, by the way, in the state of Georgia is $650. Now, those are pass-through fees. There's also a pass-through fee for the credit report and a pass-through fee for the flood certification. Now, then we go to lender fees. Lender fees are generally going to be 3 things. One is going to be an origination fee, if there is an origination fee. Most lenders are not charging origination fees today. Then there could be possibly discount points. Discount points are the amount of money that you pay to get a certain interest rate. It may or may not be discount points on your loan. And number 3, it's what I call lender fees. Lender fees, processing fee, tax service fee, administrative fee. Sometimes I refer to them as lender junk fees. Those are going to be lumped together. You'll see it on your loan estimate classified as origination fees, but they're actually broke down into these other little lender fees. And by the way, virtually every lender has lender fees anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000. But the nice thing about the lender fees is that they're fixed, meaning whether you're getting a loan for $100,000 or you're getting a loan for $1 million, the fees are going to be the same. No difference there. Now, let's go to title fees. This varies from state to state. We'll talk about Georgia first. In the state of Georgia, the attorneys are the ones who represent the title companies. So there'll always be an attorney involved in your closing in the state of Georgia. The attorney's going to charge for their time. Then there's going to be title charges because they have to do a title search, make sure the title's clear. Then they're going to do a title examination. They're going to examine the title to make sure that it's accurate. And once all that's done, then they're going to ultimately issue what we call clear title. And you got to have clear title if you're going to buy the house. So then there's going to be lenders and owners title insurance. Ask your professional lender for details on title insurance. Lender's title insurance is everywhere. Lender's title insurance is required. Owner's title insurance in many states is an optional item, as it is in the state of Georgia. Now, most people will get it anyway. Again, speak with your professional lender or ask the attorney or the title company. There's some small fees that they may also charge, such as a wire fee, things of that nature. It'll all be broke down on your loan estimate for you. The last group of fees on closing costs are the state fees. Now, again, every state's a little bit different. Use the state of Georgia as an example. There's something called a transfer tax. In the state of Georgia, it's $1 per thousand based on the sales price. They call it a transfer tax because you're transferring the title from the current owner to the new owner, you as the first-time home buyer. That's $1 per thousand. If you're buying a home for $300,000, that transfer tax is $300. Now, you don't have to remember all that. It's going to be all broke down. Your professional lender is going to walk you through all of that information. Now, there's also going to be in the state of Georgia something called an intangible tax. Most states will call it something that's $3 per thousand on the mortgage. $3 per thousand on the mortgage. And then there's going to be some recording fees that the attorney's going to have to charge. And every state also might have some miscellaneous fees. State of Georgia has a whopping $10 fee that goes to the Department of Banking and Finance. So let's quick summary. You got lender fees, and you got two parts of lender fees. You have the lender fees that go to the lender, and then you have pass-through fees from the lender, such as your appraisal. Then you're going to have title work. So in the state of Georgia, you've got an attorney, then you've got the title company, and the title insurance. You've got all of that's going to be lumped together, again, broke down on your loan estimate. And then you have some state fees. Every state's a little bit different, but again, a good professional consultative lender will walk you through all of that. Now, last piece, remember, go back to day 5. Those are just your closing costs. Day 5, we talked about it. There's also the other items that go into closing expenses. And then in one of the other videos, we obviously explained that you don't have to be the one to pay for everything. It's all negotiable. I wish you the very best. You're close to being a first-time home buyer. Thank you.